Hello friends, in previous lecture we see definition of homomorphism and some examples of homomorphism. Now in this lecture we are going to study properties of homomorphism. Properties of homomorphism. Here one definition. Let five-way mapping from X to Y, capital, and let A is a subset of X, and B is a subset of Y. Then here, the image phi of A in Y. A is a subset of X, image phi of A belongs to in Y. Under phi, and this is equal to phi of A for A belongs to A. The set phi of X is a range of phi. And phi inverse B is in X is a set phi inverse B for B belongs to, it can be written X belongs to X such that phi of X belongs to B. Phi of X belongs to B. Now, theorem. Let phi be a homomorphism of a group G into a group G dash. First, if E is an identity element in G, then phi of E is an identity in G dash. If second, if A belongs to G, then phi of A inverse is equal to phi of A inverse. Third, if H is a subgroup of G, then phi of H is a subgroup. Phi of H is a subgroup of G dash. Fourth, if K is a subgroup of G dash intersection phi of G, then phi inverse K is a subgroup of G, is a subgroup of so here first let phi be a homomorphism from G to G dash. Now A belongs to G. Okay, phi of A can be written, phi of A can be written A into E, A into E. Now by homomorphism this can be written phi of A into phi of E. We multiply both sides by phi of A inverse into phi of A is equal to phi of A inverse into phi of A into phi of E. We get here E dash. This gives E dash into phi of A. That means E dash is equal to phi of A, where E dash is an identity of G dash, and so we get phi of E is equal to E dash, phi of E is equal to E dash. Now see here second property here. Now from first, second, from 1, E dash is equal to phi of E. E can be written phi of A into A inverse. By homomorphism, this can be written phi of A into phi of A inverse. And clearly this gives, see here, product of these two is equal to identity. Therefore, phi of A inverse is equal to phi A inverse. Second satisfied. Now, to show if H is a subgroup of G, then phi of H is a subgroup of G dash. Here, take any two elements from phi of H. See here, third, let phi of A comma phi of B belongs to phi of H, where A comma B belongs to H. Now we want to show phi of H is a subgroup. That means to show closure property satisfied, identity exists, inverse exists, associative inherited from G dash. Okay. Now here phi of A into phi of B is equal to, using homomorphism, product phi of A into phi of AB, and this belongs to phi of H, because AB belongs to H is a subgroup, A comma B belongs to H. Therefore, since AB belongs to H, closure property satisfied in H, this gives phi H is closed under multiplication. Now here phi of E, that means E dash is equal to phi of E. This belongs to phi of H. Since E belongs to H, is an identity. Since E belongs to H is an identity, so E dash, that means the existence of an identity. Existence of an identity. Now, for any A or phi of A belongs to phi of H, where A belongs to H. To show inverse of this element also belongs to phi of A. Also belongs to phi of A. Phi of A inverse is equal to, by second property, phi of A inverse is equal to phi of A inverse. A belongs to H, then A inverse also belongs to H. This belongs to phi of H. That means since A inverse belongs to H, H is a subgroup. So here, if phi of A belongs to phi of H, then phi of A inverse also belongs to phi of A. That means this gives existence of inverse. And so phi of H is a subgroup of G dash. Phi of H is a subgroup of G dash. Now, fourth, if K is a subgroup of, if K is a subgroup of G dash intersection phi of G. K is a subgroup of G dash intersection phi of G. To show phi inverse K is a subgroup of G. Subgroup of G. Suppose A comma B belongs to phi inverse K. Then clearly phi of A comma phi of B belongs to K. Now phi of A into phi of B belongs to K because K is a subgroup. And this gives, by homomorphism, phi of AB belongs to K. And so A into B belongs to phi inverse K. That means this set phi inverse K is a clause under multiplication. Is a clause under multiplication. Now, for existence of an identity. Existence of an identity. Here E dash belongs to K dash, but E dash is equal to phi of E from 1. E dash is equal to phi of E. That means phi of E belongs to K. Therefore, E belongs to phi inverse K. E belongs to phi inverse K. If now existence of inverse, if A belongs to phi inverse K, A belongs to any element belongs to phi inverse K, this gives phi of A belongs to K. Phi of A belongs to K. Phi of A belongs to K, phi of A inverse belongs to K since K is an subgroup. K subgroup. So inverse of this element also belongs to K. And clearly this can be written from second property, phi of A inverse is equal to phi inverse A. This is belongs to K. And this gives A inverse belongs to phi, A inverse belongs to phi inverse K. If you take here A belongs to phi inverse K, we get A inverse belongs to phi inverse K. That means inverse of each element exists in phi inverse K, and so this phi inverse K, this set phi inverse K is a subgroup of G, is a phi subgroup of G. Phi inverse K is a subset of G, and so it is subgroup of G. Now one definition here. Definition. Let phi-way mapping from G to G dash be a homomorphism define the kernel phi is a set like this, is a set those elements A belongs to G such that phi of A is equal to E dash, phi of A, and it is denoted by kernel phi. All those elements whose images are identity in G dash, whose images are identity in G dash. That means kernel phi is equal to A belongs to G such that phi of A is equal to E dash. E dash is an identity in G dash. Here kernel phi is a subgroup of G, is a subgroup of G. Here if you take A comma B belongs to kernel phi, if you take A comma B belongs to kernel phi, then this gives phi of A is equal to E and dash phi of B is equal to E dash. Now phi of A, okay, phi of AB, if phi is an homomorphism, phi of AB, use homomorphism, phi of A into phi of B, phi of A is E dash, again phi of B is E dash, this is E dash. That means phi of A, B is equal to E dash. This gives clearly by the definition of kernel, AB belongs to kernel phi. AB belongs, that means closure property satisfied. Closure property satisfied in kernel phi. Now see here, X dash, E dash, see here, E belongs to G, here phi of E is equal to E dash, here phi of E is equal to E dash, phi of E is equal to E dash, this gives E belongs to kernel phi. That means identity belongs to kernel phi. If A belongs to kernel phi, that means phi of A is equal to identity. Phi of A is equal to identity. Now, phi of A inverse by above property, phi of A inverse is equal to, okay, and phi of A is E dash inverse. Inverse of identity is again identity, E dash. This gives phi of A inverse is equal to E dash. Therefore, A inverse belongs to kernel phi. That means your closure property satisfied, your existence of identity, your existence of inverse. So, kernel phi is always subgroup of G if phi is homomorphism from G to G dash. If phi is a homomorphism from G to G dash. Okay, we will stop here. Thank you.